Hey friends, welcome to my channel. I am Bethany. I am a military wife and a homeschooling mom to 4 kids. You're going to find everything from homemaking to motherhood to homeschooling and everything in between over here. So without further ado, I know that I've told so many of you, of my friends from Instagram and friends in real life and family, that forever, literally forever, I was going to make some videos here on YouTube. And here I am doing that. So hopefully it's good quality. I'm using my phone right now and I'm standing in front of this light. I know I have a hat on because I'm a hot mess. It's a hot mess over here. We're doing remodeling our camper, which we're trying to take camping this weekend. It's almost done. Like, it's pretty much done. We're going to start school next week, and just everything is coming to a head this week. Or next week. It's just been crazy. So anyways, I'm going to be doing this video today on morning basket and what that looks like in our homeschool. And if you're unfamiliar with what morning basket is, it is just a basket full of things, kind of like the extra things that you want to do, but you don't want to actually make like a subject for, compiled all into one. If you want more information on that, there's tons of videos here on YouTube, and also Sarah McKenzie, Pan Barmhill, there's just so many resources you can get on Pinterest. Morning Basket is awesome. I think they even have a Morning Basket page on Facebook that I'm a part of. So anyways, go research that. But this is our Morning Basket and how I use it in our homeschool. Oh, yay! This huge crate is heavy. It's farmhousey because my house is farmhouse theme, and I keep this in our dining room. I keep looking because that's our dining room. I keep this in our dining room so that I don't have to go searching for it. It fits right underneath the bench and it's out of the way. And yeah, it's easy for me to do. And we do our morning basket at the table in the morning together. I realized that in the beginning of my homeschool, whenever I didn't even know what morning basket was, it was kind of like a old machine trying to start every day to get into homeschool. But I realized when we started our morning basket that it was kind of like an ease, and they were eager to get into the homeschool room by the time that we finished our morning basket. So I have kind of just like over time put more emphasis on it and changed it. And so the majority of our morning basket is Bible, character, and memory work, and a few loop things that we do in here. So first thing you'll see is a little CD player. And that is because a few things require CD. And the first thing that requires a CD is our Hooked on Math. This is new to our morning basket this year. But these are the addition, subtraction facts, and it's by song. And so while it's playing, I can flip the cards in front of the kids, and we will hopefully drill those into our hearts and minds and know all the addition facts and subtraction facts. Next is just a little pencil bucket. I also have a little kind of who, what, when, where, what's the title, who's the author, illustrator, setting type card, just to kind of provoke conversation when we're talking and discussing different literature. The Bibles that we have in here are the New King James Precious Moments Bible, and then we also have a First Hands-on Bible for kids. If you guys want a review for this, I would love to show you. This is an amazing Bible. My kids love it, and I actually have to tell them not to take it because they like to take it into their room and look at it and stuff like that. So it's beautiful, and I enjoy using that, and it's simple. The next thing in here is the, if you're unfamiliar with Answers in Genesis Answer for Kids book, I just keep one of these in here, and it just has a question from a kid around their age, an answer, and then some verses to look up to reinforce that answer. And this one is for 22 questions from kids on God and the Bible. So they do a really good job at answering those, and it sparked conversation, and we like doing that. Something new to our morning basket this year is 365 manners every kid should know. This will just hopefully reinforce some good behavior, good manners, how to conduct ourselves, greetings, and there's just tons of stuff in here. I think it will be really good. They're short and sweet, like a paragraph, and nothing like too crazy. We probably won't really go into all the activities of it, but it will be fun to do. Another thing that requires the CD is a Hymns for a Kid's Heart. This is volume 1. I also have the Christmas edition, so close to Christmas, probably mid-November, I will switch this out for the Christmas one. I could also say that I'm not a mom that switches my morning basket up a lot. I like the consistency of it, and so do my kids, and it just kind of relieves the pressure off me from doing it. Kudos to all those moms that do beautiful morning baskets every year or every month. They change them up, and they're beautiful, and they're so sweet, and maybe I'll get there one day, maybe I won't, I don't know, but this is what we're doing right now. So we do our hymn. 2 things that I loop through, we try to hit once a week, are the Christian Liberty Nature Readers. My kids would probably let me read this whole book to them every day if I would, because they love this. Is highly requested for our homeschool. They love these nature readers. And then the next one is the Children's Garden of Verses. I know that normally you see the big ones, but I scored this at Goodwill, and it's easy and it fits into our basket just fine. So if I don't get to this during morning basket, like within the week, I will just run through a couple of these at lunch. I'll sit with the kids and read to them. 2 other things that I loop through are music and art. So an easy way to get picture study done in your homeschool without having to purchase a big curriculum is these Usborne famous paintings. On the back, so the front of the card is the picture, and then on the back it just tells you who painted it, when it was painted, where you could see it now, a little bit about the picture, what to look for in the picture. If you're interested in this, I have a link. These are literally just like a lifesaver for me without having to like go search for all this stuff. I really do like these. So easy way to get, gentle way to get picture study into your home. The next thing is this music enrichment. I really do enjoy this as well. My kids do as well. This is for kindergarten through 2nd grade, and we started this towards the end of last year, so we didn't get very far, but they have all their playlists uploaded on Spotify. And my son, you can just go to like the kindergarten playlist, get the song, play it, and then you talk about it, and you ask a couple questions, open-ended questions usually, about the song, and it's just a really good way to appreciate that. And I will also try to play those songs when they're working on like artwork and things like that to get them more into listening and kind of dissecting what you hear in it. The main part of our morning basket is Bible and character, like I said. I created this little printable, and then I put Proverbs 22 at the bottom. This is kind of a daily docket of what I want our morning basket to look like, what we're doing, the resources we're using, and then some extra space to put, if I add anything to it throughout the year, I can put that right here. So I have this little binder, and in the binder, I have our memory work. Let's cover up our personal information, but this is memory work, things that I would like our kids to memorize, like our phone number, our address, continents, oceans, landforms, all the way to state capitals, branches of government, just tons of things, the Lord's Prayer, the armor of God, just everything I want them to. It'll probably take a long time for us to memorize all those things, just because my kids are 8 and under, but I have it already printed up. The answers are there, and so we'll just work through it, and I will create a part 2 whenever we get to that. So the first thing in our character Bible virtues thing is the We Choose Virtues parenting cards. If you're unfamiliar with We Choose Virtues, you can go onto their website and subscribe, get a free coloring book with all their Kids of Virtueville book. And so I'll print those off for my kids. I actually printed them like 2 to a page. And so while I am reading the back, the little character description, and I will pull out our book of virtues and find a correlating story to that virtue and read to them. They can be coloring that Kid of Virtues card. And like I said, you can actually get like a whole classroom, like charts and everything, posters for those. But for me, I was just getting the parenting cards, keep it simple, and read out of the books that I already had. The next thing in here is the Kids of Integrity. And this is a free resource from Focus on the Family for kidsofintegrity.com. I think it's .com. And they just give you literally a lesson plan of a parent's prayer, kids talk with God, speaking blessing, memory card or memory verses, a kickoff craft, Bible stories, creative discipline, and hand-on options for that character trait or virtue. So I just print them off, put them in here, and it's more for me to get more ideas to talk to them about than us actually working through that as a family. The next thing in here is Character First. They actually have a curriculum that you can purchase as well. But Character First Education has on their website free printables for each lesson, for each character trait. And it's such a blessing that they offer these free so that we don't have to purchase. The curriculum is beautiful. It has cards and posters and all that stuff. And maybe one day we'll get that because I do like it. What I like about theirs is that they put an animal with the character trait and put them together. So for this one is Respect. It's the wolf. And it will have a overview about it, kind of a checklist of what to go through, and a little quiz at the bottom about that character trait. What I love about them is they always have a living story for every single character trait that you can read to your kids. They have different activities. They always have several different activities, coloring pages, crafts to do, and they're all free on there. They also offer videos, songs, and little videos, and something else on there that they usually have, like a poem or something that they have in video form for the kids on there. So that's a really good resource to use. A big thing that we're going to be doing this year is the books of the Bible. That's the coloring book. And this is from Answers in Genesis. I actually purchased this from the Creation Museum gift shop when I was looking through some of their curriculum that they had there. And these are the big cards. They also offer it in the standard deck size. But on the back are the books of the Bible. So the front is the books of the Bible. This is the coloring page that they'll be coloring. And then on the back, it tells you, Mason. Sorry, my son's in here with me. It tells you who wrote it, when it was written, how many chapters are in that book, what the key people or the key stories in that book, a summary of the book and what that book says about God. And so basic theology, good for me, good for them. And so what I did is I unbound the coloring book and I reprinted it out two to a page. So this is like what it looks like. And so by the end of the year, when we're going through them, we'll be able to cut them out and staple them together, a little books of the Bible thing that they'll have for themselves. And then, so for each of my kids, that's what I was showing you, I have just folders of their Bible coloring books in there, some different crafts that we're going to be doing, the Kids of Virtue coloring book I have printed out the same way. What else do I have in here? Some of the Character First cards are printed out in there, or activities. And then the last thing I keep in here is our read aloud. And I will do a whole read aloud, what we're reading this year, or suggested list that we're going to try to get to this year, and make a different video on that. But I keep a read aloud in here because this is like a dining room in our house. I always know where it's going to be. It doesn't get lost, and it can just get easily thrown in there, and it won't be, lost, because things get lost in a house, right? So yeah, that's basically our morning basket. I really don't switch it up very much. I might add an activity here or there, or, like I said, I'll switch the hymn book, or I'll switch, like, when we get through the poem, I always try to keep like a poem book in there, and then a nature reader. I will switch out like these things, but for the most part, all that other stuff really stays in there. I don't like doing a whole bunch of change up. I like to get consistent with it, and I might do a couple theme things here and there, like on holidays, like I said, but It's not something like I switch my whole morning basket to be themed every month. It's just too much. There's too much pressure, y'all. Like, I just can't take it, right? But yeah, it's fun. So if you have any questions about morning basket or any of the materials that I showed in here, you want to close up, bless you. You want to close up at any of those things, or you want to know anything about them, comment below and I will either make a new video or respond back to you. So have a blessed day. I hope that you guys got a lot from this and I wasn't just jabbering around. And if you have suggestions for other videos or other questions for other things, I will also take those suggestions as well. So have a blessed day.